basically, I hadn't been wearing my bitchin' cool hat, but this is for warm weather and keeps the sun off. And it was $6 on Amazon, and I really like it. And you can crumble it up and put it in your pocket. So that's going to be in the bag on my. This is the Saddleman bag, the one that goes on my rear seat. So starting on my left here. Most of everything, I have rain flies for all my luggage, you know, if it's raining really hard or something, we got caught in a storm. But I also use a ton of these dry sacks, up to 8 liter, inside. And I like it because I like things compartmentalized and like things together and whatever OCD stuff you want to say. But everything is as it should be. So I buy a lot of these. I bought them primarily for my clothing. I'm not going to go through all my clothing. This bore you to death. But basically, it helps to be able to know how to pack. And this is basically a set of shorts, underwear, t-shirt, and socks rolled like that and held together with the socks. And then I pretty much do these for all my clothing and put them in dry bags. And so I have a couple for clothing, some for jeans, an extra set of sandals. But basically, so this bag, the Saddleman bag, is primarily for food, toiletries, clothing, and miscellaneous, and that's what we got here. So over here we've got some clothing, and I've used these bags for food. I didn't get into a lot of detail. Might be using 2 of them. Jan's carrying the same thing in hers, so food might be spread out because we use a lot of these. We love Mountain House, the freeze-dried food. It's a little more expensive, but we buy them in, you know, like kits and stuff like that. And it's really good stuff. I mean, the Mountain House is I've had their lasagna, which is better than some restaurant lasagna I've had, believe it or not. So it's pretty good stuff. It doesn't feel like you're roughing it. And then if you bring your own spices, etc., you can definitely come up with a really nice hot meal at the end of the day after a long day of hiking or riding or what have you. Just in case, and these will go in. There's a couple things I forgot to mention on the other part. I've got some warmers, some body and foot warmers, etc. Those things are amazing. Those are just good to have. Those are going to go in the top roll of the other bag with my cold weather equipment. And then the other thing I forgot to mention is I just got this. I have a hard time with pillows in real life and on travel life. I go through pillows and never find the best pillow. I try them all. But I got this thing. It's called the Static X, or Static Pillow X. It's the same material that that our ground pads are made out of, but I love it. It's one breath. Only 2. And there you've got a pillow. And this X thing just makes it so comfortable. You can let some air out. And this thing is for sleeping in a hammock. It was amazing. It's a little loud, makes some noise, but you can put a little pillowcase on it and everything will be fantastic. But this goes in the other bag as well with the sleeping material. Then I got toiletries. All I can say about toiletries is, you know, bring your toiletries. Don't stink up the place. I don't want to be going to national parks and getting stunk out. So pretty much everything you'd use. Some extra powder for saddle. You know, you don't riding that long on a bike. And you know, some baby wipes, etc. All the camping stuff. You know, do little stand-up showers. And then these cool things I found. I don't know if you've seen them, but I gotta bring them out. They're like toilet paper tablets, and you add water, and there's actually little rayon handy wipes that have been compressed into tablet form, and you can use them for cleaning up or toilet paper or whatever. And they come to like 100 to a bag for cheap. So I just thought that was really cool, and I've used them, and they're great. So let's see. The other thing I forgot to mention, besides the pillow that goes in the other bag, was these Eagle's Nest Outfitters battery-powered string lights. And these things just take AAA batteries, and they'll run for like 13 hours. And you just string these up with a hammock, and you can go like bright, dim, flash. And we got a couple different colors. We got one for each of us. And that's just so you're not burning down all your main, like I got a lantern here. But you don't want to just be burning a white light all night. It attracts bugs. More ambient type of light to have over the hammock, and this will go in the other bag as well. But I do have a thing for light, so again, I don't know whether it's a fetish or whatever you want to call it, but God, I love flashlights. I got flashlights everywhere. Glow sticks. I got this bad boy I'm looking forward to use with the new GoPro. It's like 5,000 lumen. This thing will light up the moon, I think. But again, it's rechargeable, all that stuff. That is going to be, we're going to try and do some night shots and things like that with that. Bear bells, you know, when you got a 2,000-pound grizzly coming at you, you want to shake the bell at them to make them go away. So that's what those are for. I'm sure those will be useful in Yellowstone to let the bears know where we're at. And again, I mentioned the lights. Let's see, I love these things. They're just like little keychain lights. I put them on all my zipper pulls, and so I can, if I'm getting in a pack or anything like that, I can just see. And it's like they put out just enough light to see what you're doing if you're in the dark. The other thing, my Write in Rain waterproof paper. Doing a journal for the trip. I started already a couple weeks ago. A lot of the planning, pictures, you know, campground layouts, receipts, all that kind of stuff is going to go in here. I got 2 of them, and a waterproof pen, which will write underwater and on the moon. I think if it's worth doing, it's worth documenting and just, you know, having a memory to go along with a lot of the pictures and video. So definitely a journal. These are kind of on the outside mesh pockets of the bag. A lot of DEET. Mosquitoes don't like to get bit. Some sunscreen, and you got to have the plastic clean and shine for the windshields, etc. And now I got this stuff, and I don't know if I'm going to take it, but I got this, and this is the stuff that they use where they when you can buy mosquito repellent clothing, etc. This is the stuff they spray it with. Permethrin. So I've sprayed a lot of all of our hammocks, equipment, clothing, shorts, socks, etc. with this stuff. It's supposed to last through like 6 washes and pretty much keep it away. All the bugs and mosquitoes, etc. keeps it away. So I might take a little bit extra with us, but not this big thing. But I just wanted to give a shout out to that because it's been rated really good, and so far so good with it. But just don't like getting bit up. Let's see what else we got up here. The other thing was cold weather. We're also going to be hitting some desert and some hot weather. Besides the cooling that you can do. I mean, the bike, you're getting wind from riding, but when you stop, I saw these. I'm going to give it a try. I tested it out a little bit recently, and it's a little rechargeable handheld misting fan with 3 speeds. And actually, you can kind of hear it. And it has a little water thing, a little water tank, and it'll put out water. I could use that right now, actually. So that's just a little handheld thing for, you know, in the hammock or just around camp. Is it totally necessary? No. But is it? Will it help with our comfort? Hope so. That's the plan. And then this is a similar thing, battery powered. It's just one of those fans that you can wear around your neck, and it shoots the air upward into your neck or what have you. So like that, and it'll shoots up like that. So. You know, you can't take off any more clothes once you're into shorts, you know, really, so you don't want to be running around naked. So if you get too hot, you got to take care of that as well, and you don't want to overheat. We're going to be in some high altitudes as well. Let's see, so that's, and then up front, and I'm going to do this separately, but basically the front large pocket on the luggage on the Saddleman is electronics, and you know, whether it's GPS, we got our communication, telecom. I carry a TENS unit when I camp. When you got a bad back, that's for the electrodes, do the electrostimulation of the back, etc. But I'll go through this as a separate section of all the electronics and things we're going to use. And then the last piece is the top roll for on top of the luggage. And what I found last year when I went on the trip is it was perfect for this right here. And the only thing I kept in there, again, creature comforts, this is called the ice mule, and some of you may be familiar with this, but this is a collapsible ice cooler, And this bad boy functions very similar to a dry bag, except you put a bag of ice in there, roll it up, blow it up, because it's got an air thing to blow up, and then you just blow it up as the insulation. What I found is I put this in, and it fits perfect in that roll bag, and so I keep a 10-pound bag of ice so that we just always have ice. I like to have a nice cool beverage, especially after riding for a long day. And so as that gets used up, usually once a day or every other day, put a bag of ice in there, and then I fill up all my water containers. And when it's not filled up, when it's not at the end, I package this in the top roll with it. And this is a 64-ounce Stanley, like the old timers used to use. But this bad boy is, A, it's bulletproof, and B, it's the double wall stainless, just like the other stuff, and it'll keep your stuff really cold for a long time. And true lifesaver. So you never have enough water for some of the desert and arid areas we're going to. And that's kind of it for the for the main luggage compartment. The main luggage, that's the front bag. I'm going to go over two more things right now. I'm going to go over the electronics, and then I'm going to go over the camp kitchen. And I think that's probably the funnest part. Welcome back. So this section on packing for the 8,000-mile trip is going to cover all the electronics that we can take with us. You can see there's quite a vast array. Is all of it necessary? Well, of course. Now, it's more one of those deals where we've become so dependent on it in our everyday life that there are some things that we just want to bring with us, even if we're going out in the bush. So I've covered a lot of it already, but I wanted to drill down a little bit because some of it is just really worth repeating. But I'll start out over here on this end to my right. And again, I mentioned the battery pack. So I do have a half ton of rechargeable batteries. Some of the big ones, but AA's, AAA's, and 9-volt. I got all the batteries I need. I pretty much went through everything that takes batteries, figured out how many I had in the devices and how many I needed. To make sure that I don't get stuck without power when I need it. So, but this thing right here is the heart of it. It's pretty much a USB, AAA, and AA battery recharger, and you can recharge these things like 2,000 times. It's just insane. So that's the plan for like flashlights and lantern, anything that's got the batteries, the string of lights, etc. for the tent or for the hammocks. That's all going to be taken care of with the batteries here. And I have an electronics. A lot of this electronics is going to fit right in this case here, which is going to go in the main front section of the Saddleman bag. But this thing is full of GoPro, Go Type Pro, I guess, because we got the Chinese knockoffs. I didn't pay $400 for GoPro. But we've got a couple of the regular ones. That's actually what I'm testing right now. I'm filming on a $65 GoPro right now, videoing, and extra batteries, all kinds of mounts for anything. I got a couple mounts on my engine guard for my bike, windshield, any kind of mount, water mount, tripods, all that stuff for each of us to have, and then also for the this bad boy here, where it's like going down the road, and I'm going to make my Red Bull video going 55 down the straight highway. So I'm sure you'll all subscribe to that. But and then so that's pretty much the GoPro stuff, and a lot of this other stuff will fit in here, and then that's going to be the primary central location for all the electronics. The fans, again, this is an up fan which goes around the neck, keeps you warm that way. And then this is a rechargeable misting fan, just for use in the hammock. Right here, I've got my TENS unit. This bad boy, I hook up these electrodes and put it on my back. And I've been feeling bad and having a little back issues, and that makes it all go away. This is my phone. I don't have one of those big monstrous ones. I got a mini. But this goes on my gas tank, and it's also my music and my phone, which connects to right here, which is my Bluetooth wireless, so it's music, phone, and Jan also has a set, and it's an intercom. And so these things, you can hear me just as good, right, like you're talking right across the table with somebody up to a half mile. So the Bluetooth is pretty high quality. Only thing is, these are designed for, like, you know, we're not helmet wearers, so you wear these too long and they'll get a little sore in the ears, so you wear them for a few hours, take them off for a few hours, what have you. But you can listen to your music and also that sort of thing while you're riding. But these things are just fantastic. And again, that connects to the phone, which is going to be on my on the gas tank. Then I got the Garmin, I don't know what number this is, 2598, I think. GPS, it's Bluetooth. It doesn't connect with these. You got to have a special motorcycle one to connect, but it does connect with the phone. And I've tested it out quite a bit recently, and it's great. And I got a weatherproof case for that, and so that's just right on my handlebars. Can see that really readily, really easily. For at the camp, this is a little big, but nothing like a Bluetooth speaker. This thing, the battery lasts for like 12 hours. That's why I like it. Waterproof. Just a Bluetooth speaker for the camp. Listen to some tunes while we're hanging out or what have you. And Kindle Paperwhite, because I read, and I read a lot, and I play some games, and you can put 1,000 books on there, and it's this big. I'm a big fan of Kindle, so that's coming with me for sure. I mentioned this 5,000 lumen. I won't shine it right into the thing. 5,000 lumen super light, and we're going to do some night shining video. See what we can come up with. Maybe we'll find a nocturnal marsupial. And then this is the crank radio. AM/FM weather band with solar. It also has a recharger, so you can manually recharge. If everything else blows up, and I'm stuck with this, I can still recharge my phone, my GPS, or what have you with this. If that happens, I don't know that I want that to happen if it comes down to that. But I have so many other avenues to pursue before that. This is my tablet. I don't carry a laptop. It's an 8-inch Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8-inch thing or whatever. Don't expect to have any Wi-Fi, but I've got a lot of good stuff on here. And chances are this will probably gather the most dust out of everything, because like bills and everything, we're prepaying all that stuff before we go. Here's the compressor for flat tires. And it comes with tire gauge and connectors and all that kind of stuff. And just spent a lot of money putting a new tire on mine, and Jan did too. So hopefully this thing will just never see the light of day. Same thing with this. I mentioned it earlier. This is the jump charger, and this thing, we charge it up. It has the same capacity as this battery bank. So I got a 20,000 amp hour battery bank here. It'll charge a phone like 9 times, or the tablet or whatever, the Kindle, several times. This thing has the same capacity, but it also has the built-in flashlight, and it has the jumper cables to actually jump a battery. So between both of these right here, shouldn't be running out of any power, because actually what I do is going down the road, when I have my, when we're on the road, I plug this in, this multi-USB, into my 12-volt charger, and so I'm charging my backup battery while I'm charging my phone, while I'm charging my GPS, etc. So everything is pretty much always trying to have as much charge as possible. And then as a contingency, this 12-volt AC adapter, you can use a regular plug on it, run it off the bike if we need to. And then I mentioned the string of lights for the Eagle's Nest outfitter for above the hammocks. So that's a lot of electronics. It's not quite primitive camping, I would say, but it's fun camping, and that's the idea. And if reading a book by the campfire is your gig, then maybe ours some nights. Or if it's raining or whatever, You know, we just want to be able to live comfortably while we're enjoying the outdoors. So the camp kitchen is next. I'm excited about that. We've kind of put together what I think is a really good solution. And then after that, we'll do a few miscellaneous things, and we'll wrap this thing up. So hang tight. We'll be right back. And again, thanks for watching.